I'm still alive. I'm still alive. All right, I just tried this other thing in the background here. I'm either going to be... I think I'm going to be... So last week I had some issues with my streaming, or the week before, or the week of. You know, like I was just talking to Winky in the background, and we're talking about when you upgrade your computer, you hope to get 5 years out of it. And I'm on year 3 with this newest computer. And like as specs rise across computer users, software companies just don't give a fuck. So they just whore out your system. You know, you're hoping for 5. If you can get 3, you're good. I just so I think I got to move over to from slobs to, or I need to move over to OBS from slobs. And I probably need to either upgrade my computer, which I don't want to, because it still has limits then. Like I'm at the upgrade phase, or I just get a new computer and start shifting them down here. I'm doing too much work on the output side computer, on the front end of it, not on the slave computer. Tighter, guys. I'm frustrated now. I just turned off a bunch of stuff from Windows a few moments ago. I hope this helps today. This should help with the compute. So this should stop the stream from dragging or lagging. Just check this really quick. I'm gonna take it progressively. When I was sick, I looked into this shit in depth. Like last week when I was sick, I went down the rabbit hole. Had the time, so this is the first nuke button that I have. I've got like 3 or 4 nukes. I got like 3 or 4 nuclear. I got like 3 nuke it from orbit things I can do here. First one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nuke a bunch of stuff in the background from the Windows side. And I'm hoping that the stream is fine with just this, because my second thing I got to do then is build an OBS client, which is I'll probably be awake all night long doing that. The show might look kind of janky for a day or two, because it's very bare bones, and then I got to build in every single thing for what we're doing here. And then the third thing I could do is upgrade my PC, change out some of the stuff in there without getting too messy. And if I gotta decide between that and a new tower, and it's never cheap. It's like here, do you want to spend $600 to $900 and upgrade, and you might get another year or 2 out of it, or do you want to spend $3,000 on this brand new fucking thing, and maybe you'll get 5 years if you're lucky. It doesn't really matter. It's just the enshittification of everything. Okay, so let's come back over here. Did I lose my... God damn it. I think I even lost all the work that I did with you guys earlier on the on TradingView. I think it's possible that I lost everything that I was doing in that drop. Is anybody even here? I don't even think anybody's here. I'm on mute. You can't hear me? Still can't hear me? Fucking God, motherfucker. God. Goddamn. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, shit. I thought you couldn't hear me. work. It just crushes all of these background processes in the background of Windows. You know, like Windows 11. Oh, it's fucking breaking again. Fuck me. It's breaking. I'm having it break on my end. I can see it breaking shit in the background here. I just broke in the background on the slave computer back there. Yeah, twitching again. A couple things I can do to this PC to get a few more years out of it. Like the building a computer, I want to build it just for the like building the computer is probably $2 or $3 grand. Just fucking stupid. And I got like and you got to remember too, like the PCs that I'm running here are excellent. Like any gamer would be like, I'll fucking take that thing all day long. Like if I was just doing gaming, it would be a baller setup. So I've got two computers. I've got one that my main computer that is my output computer, the stuff that you see. I'm doing a lot of intensive stuff in the background of that too. And I've never really, I think I've seen 3 computer setup, and I've looked at all the other fucking shit like virtual machines and all that other kind of stuff, running it from a virtual machine here in my home. It really is a lot. When I'm flipping, put this music on and let's play this music and let's play this live thing from the Fed and all this shit over here. And I'm bouncing between stuff in real time and for you to get it almost near instant is very difficult to achieve, not being in a professional studio. And like the jumps that you take from here open up new cans of worms. So, you know, it's like everything's a trade-off, I guess. And in the meanwhile, in the background, you've got software companies that don't care about me or someone that's doing like editing of art or editing of movies and TV and film or music and stuff like that. They don't care about that audience. They care about, you know, the other 80-90% of people that use a computer, which is I play video games and I maybe stream it, or I play video games and I surf the internet or something, like single tasks. So then there's the whole AI side of all this. There's like bloatware built into fucking everything, including Windows, and it's out of fucking control. It really is. It's out of control. You don't notice it under normal usage, but even when I get updates every week, Windows tries to come in and reset functionality that I've set on a very low level in the computer. Like I need this USB port to do only this specific thing and nothing else. And then it's like, oh no, sorry, bro. We think your monitors should be over here, and we think your USB ports should be for this. We have no idea what the fuck that thing's doing over there. Why do you have external video cards connected to your shit? And why do you have another computer hooked up? All that kind of stuff. And then I've got like sound needs to go to 8 different places. Like when I talk in a Discord on voice or video, I speak to you here, I have it going to different places and different. I've got virtual soundboards and stuff and fucking tools and stuff. Anyways, a pain in the ass. It's just, if any of you guys know anything about music or film production, it's kind of like going down the rabbit hole of a USB versus a whatever you call it, mic, whatever it's called, but whatever. When you like go down microphones and mixing music, you can like open up a Pandora's box and be like, hey, I just spent 30 grand on this voice right here. You know what I mean? You're just like, it's like a bunch of machines and a bunch of hardware, and now I'm doing voice work. So I kind of like pick my battles where I fight these battles. Yeah, it's crazy. We're almost to that point of having that kind of studio, but the commitment is like, they're like, even this studio here, it's like when I build out a studio, you got to remember, it's like I got to do all the electrical work, I got to do the management of heat and behind the scenes. it's like 12-hour. You're going to run into issues. There are going to be breaks in this. When you're recording a video, let's say I do one every day. I've got a 12-hour or an 8, invariably, I got an 18, 19-hour window to make a video, edit it, push it out. And pushing it out is easy. The easy part, when you upload a video for consumption, it's easy. And you have more control over resources. But when you're in a live stream like this, it's a constant challenge. Constant. Never really ends. I'm losing Twitch again over here. So I'm just trying to see what's going on here. I know it seems like it's easy. It's not. It's fucking bullshit. And there's always something broken. There's like one wire breaks, cord breaks, a fucking this breaks or that breaks, or start peeling this or breaking that. When you're using this stuff like in real life, you got to remember, I'm using this shit like 7-8 hours a day for just this, and it takes wear and tear. There's like wear and tear everywhere. Then you're like seeking out where the problems are, that kind of stuff. And when I'm trying to do this and not that, I could probably get a profession. If this ever fucking fails, I could probably get a profession helping other people do this stuff in some way or some kind of capacity. Believe it or not. At any rate, let's take a look at where we are here. And all of my screens deleted, so I want to reboot it. Well, let's see if this works. We'll try to get through the rest of today, and we'll try to stay on track until the stream drops again. If not, and what I'm going to do after the show today is I'm going to build out an OBS client. So I use Slobs right now because out of the box it works, but it's got fuck tons of its own bloat shit. So I'll do the OBS. I did that last week. I haven't looked at OBS in years, and when I got sick last week, I spent the time looking into doing it. As a backup in case this didn't work, this fix that I did last week. I was like, if this shit doesn't work, I'm mourning. It's still intensive. And be ready to rock for tomorrow. I gotta delete all this. We'll go back through this one more time. I'm on the wrong one here. I'm still having a network. I don't really need to look at these down here, but doesn't really mean anything just yet. I do need to see this one right here. This one's important, and that one's important right there. That's really what's needed. That white. Ma'am. Right about in there. Right about up there. Yep. There's my week. That's all I need to know. My day. That day there, that day there. This is the big day right here. This is the big one you need to know right here. Or they're still trying to sell this down. They still haven't hit the hourly yet. It's the 4 that the other 4 was taken out though. That's good to see. Stretching price right now. Be careful of this being bought here. It's up to you out there. That one's still active. That was the bounce at 12. That can still hold. There's one more sweep lower down here on the hourly. Or on the 4-hour down. I didn't think we'd get this one today. I figured, but there's not a lot of time left for today and tomorrow too. But we'll look at this. Put this over here. This thing. We buy this zone here. This is a 1 hour sweep right here. Make that green. Get rid of this. We don't need that stupid shit in there. We know where it's at. It's right down here. Go back over here. Move that. I shouldn't have. Right there. The 1 hour. Don't pay too much time on this 4 hour here. But it's going to bounce more than likely. They're just pounding on you right now. Just giving you the scaries. There's one more up here. This one's yellow. And this is the lower sweep down here. That's a 1. If you are watching this show right now and you missed the back end of the earlier show, please go back and watch it. Go back and watch the final hour of today's show. It's being processed by YouTube right now. It'll be up on the YouTube website. Go back and watch it. It's important. Chance, go back and look at what I had said in the back half of the first part of the show. It's critical that you have it. You should watch that part of the show and remember what I have to say about that stuff. Back over here, we got to write some stuff in, don't we? 1600. We got the 30th at 9:30. No, we'll just do 9 a.m. Then we got the first over here. This is Wednesday. Or sorry, hold on. The second, and there's the third. There's 1600 over there. We've got the NFP. Yeah, I got like wires to look at over. That's why I keep typing wrong. We've got this one up here. Yellow. Got the big, you shall not pass 670. We're looking for a new all-time high into tomorrow at some point. 672.50 would be really nice. I said 672, but I'm going to draw 50 up here, believe it or not. This is more for watching, remember that, right? We just want to see if we poke our heads up. We always talk about that, right? Do we fail? Do we poke our heads up and fail? Do we poke our heads up and start making new highs to start breaking out so we can take that long? Do we just abjectly fail an all-time high? Do we abjectly fail all of this over here or not? We've got this one right here. This is a Tuesday at 9 a.m. Yeah. Tuesday there. And then at least something like that. Right, 670 up there. 672 would be nice, but we're not going to put it there for now. Just need to get up here. Or bulls want to get up there so that... Yep, we can go back down here and... So here's 65 right here. You're gonna hit a bunch of buyers in here. You got to blast through them, right? 662.50 right in there. like that. And then if we're okay, let's put this down here somewhere. Let's just leave that right there for now. Remember, this goes all the way down here. Put it right there, I guess. Ramporama, right? This is 10 a.m. Yep, that's good. Probably 2 p.m. for up there. Check this right here. Don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. We want to see this like hold here. Maybe. We definitely don't want this. If you see that, we're going down there. That's what this means. These two white lines here imply a move down lower, but you're gonna expect some. Let's go back to the 1 minute. We've got the 10 a.m. over here, 12 o'clock. Here. Got the 10 a.m. over here. Just go to the next one. I do want to see. This is all being bought up, so don't be too concerned. I don't think they're going to get the down move here. Almost guaranteed they get it. They might get a little bit more down. I thought we'd get the pump earlier here. Thought we'd get the 12 o'clock pump in here, and then back down to take the rest of this out. But it looks like they're doing it all at the same time. See if we can get some more calls down in here. Tighter, guys. I'm still losing this fucking. You guys got me on Twitch here? Can you guys see me on Twitch? Yeah, that works. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Move that over so we can see it. Move that over. Move this over. All right. What was I ranting about? Hold on a second here. Let's go back to the main screen. Yeah. All right. So what was I fucking ranting about earlier? Wealth. I was ranting about ohm. And I was ranting about buying dips until it becomes sell the rip, right? Until it becomes, maybe we should lay off from buying the dip. Maybe we should go a little risk off-ish. Not risk off, just risk off-ish. You know, and then when do we actually pull the plug on risk? And I had said to you about price going below the daily trigger. I also talked to you about the daily trigger following down to the weekly trigger. And even when you're risk off and the daily trigger crossing down into the weekly trigger, let's say now you're like, okay, I'm risk off. I was risk off-ish, I'm risk off. We still have to contend with if we go risk on again. And I don't get to talk to you about that side of things either. I talked about it to you briefly this morning about the late 90s, 2017, 18, and 19, but also risk on. Once you are risk off. Well, he told me to be risk off, man. He said risk offish, so he said put some hedging on. And he told me to make some money selling the rip. And now he's telling me to risk off. Now, if we go risk off, I haven't told you about the other side of that. So if you go risk off, that means we're going to trade down to the weekly trigger. Means that we're potentially trade down to the monthly trigger. So let's say we trade the monthly trigger. Now, think about these stages here. You have stage one. I'm hedging in windows of potential weakness. And especially right now, the thesis for this year from us was put a fucking seatbelt on this year and long, have ammunition to buy on major pullbacks. And that has worked all year. We went down and deep and dirty in the spring, didn't we? In the late winter, early spring, we went down and dirty. We were hedged. As we came back came back into the all-time highs in early or late spring, early summer, we were told we were going to crash, right? You're not making another all-time high this year. We're going to do a big double major correction. Okay, so we'll stay hedged. We're going to be an early summer for the buyers. Puts were cheap, weren't they? They said, okay, let's get a hedge, and we'll put some time on it. So they're going to be hedged out into November. There were cheap hedges that pay 300% in the beginning of July. I kid you not. Down to like 630 or lower. 632, 636, depending upon when they would print. So somewhere down in there, right, in that vicinity. And now we're coming into the end of a quarter, into a historical, seasonal, peak bearishness. You start with volatility. We didn't see any of that, right? Then you move into like peak bear. September is not bear month, is it? It's just low return month, right? Known as low returns. But you can make tons of money in September, even if it is like that. So September's kind of lived up, kind of. Had 2 pullbacks in September to the daily trigger, or ish. So there's been some volatility. I know you say there's been none, but there's been some for the environment that we're in. But we've also had like 230 days of up days, right? Kind of due for another corrective move, maybe even a major correction. And we're getting a little long in the tooth on higher frame velocity, monthly, quarterly velocity. Weekly velocity looks great for a squeeze, but we know we're getting closer. We know that like it's either going to happen in this time period, October, November, or it's going to happen at the top in December, or maybe February or March. And if we experience this where we're in buy the dip, put a seatbelt on, and let's say we move into risk off-ish, we break below the daily trigger, all of a sudden you see the daily trigger racing down to the weekly. So you're in risk off-ish, not starting any new positions. You're about to consider to buy a dip on the weekly trigger now. You're underneath the daily trigger. You don't know if it's going to actually cross or not. But you're going to stand back and say, oh, maybe I'll buy that weekly. Maybe I won't. The daily's coming down right now. You see the daily coming down and you go, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for price to regain the daily trigger. And it doesn't. It runs through the weekly trigger, and you didn't buy the dip, and now you know for sure it's risk off. So you're like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to not buy the dip. I'm going to start cleaning up my positions. And I'm going to wait for what? For price to recover that daily trigger. Daily trigger start crossing back above through the weekly. So now you're in this risk off environment. You've heard all the warnings and the this and the that from whoever told you to buy fucking tips on Reddit, but you didn't. So you then go and move into what? Risk off. And you might be thinking, maybe I go into bills and bonds, their cap. Maybe not just yet. You still have time to go in bills and bonds. Now that you're risk off, that means you're not starting any positions, means you maybe taking profit. Okay, I'm taking all my profit. That's your actual next step. Not bonds and bills. Get my shit here. And I won't get long again until, unless you're underneath that monthly fucking trigger, you're still risk on to some extent. If they do these like violent moves down, especially with time, like if there's not a lot of time, like a time correction is like 2022. It took like a year to get the monthly trigger. But if we start going down 20, 30% violently quickly, we're risk off. We're not getting eaten alive. We're making money on sell the rip. We've taken profit on the top. And if we bounce and ride back up again, like we did in the 90s, 2017, 18, and 19, you jump back on the fucking bus. Get on, let's go. We're getting long again. Now, if that doesn't happen in 6 weeks or so, it should be fast. It doesn't happen in like 6 weeks. What do? Then we start talking about bonds, bills, tips. They've already taken our profit. We got a bunch of fucking cash. Market's on fire. His hair's on fire. Neighbor's losing his house. Then you start talking about bills. Let's start going in protect mode now. We're underneath the monthly trigger. Let's ride this out for the next few years and see what happens. We can just keep selling the market. We can put a bunch of money in the bond market. We can buy puts. We can sell calls. There's a bunch of shit we can do. We can do cash secured puts. If you're under PDT, which I heard they were going to get rid of that too. There's a bunch of cool shit we can do. So I want to think about that too, which is when do you go back risk on again? And even if you get a violent move down, either in October or December or February or March, when it recovers, you got to be ready to fucking go. So even discussing bonds, bills, tips, buns, we're so fucking far away from that right now. You're talking about weeks and months of even focusing on that. And you're not an elephant. You're a retailer. You can move faster, more efficiently. And that's a process that takes weeks, months, half a year, 3 years. And you're talking about going into fucking bonds right now? Fuck the bond market. You're out there and you're in the bond market, go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. No, you're not getting my allocation. Not until that shit crosses. You will have my attention, though, at some point. It's just not today. It's not today. And the more people that you scare into doing that shit as retailers, you're doing them a fucking disservice. Fuck your ohm. And fuck you telling people they can't call tops. Fuck you telling people that they can get black swan. There's no such fucking thing. There's no fucking such thing. If you put the alerts on your shit, you're never, ever getting caught in a black swan. Now, the degenerate out there might get caught in the black swan if they're only long that week. But if you're long from the start of a bull run, you will not get caught in it. And if you think, well, Cap, I missed the whole entire bull run, these fucking things start every few years. We just fucking had one this spring. We had a 20% drawdown and we went back to risk on again. So every time one of these things begins, you got to be there to get fucking long. Every time. And you got to be able to have the intestinal fortitude to do that. So when we're going through this phase right now of quarterly end, and you're listening to the ohm sellers out there and the beggars for welfare, you're because they decided to go in the bond market. Let them fucking spew that shit all day long, but disregard it. You owe it to yourself as a worker, as a productive member of society. Even if you're working at Wendy's, to know when to do this and to do that. And it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science for you to go to look to buy a home, to rent a home, to buy a new or used car, to do anything. I want to buy a couch. They've got data for that. When is the best time for you to buy a couch? Well, it's Christmas, bro. We're doing the Christmas knock your doors off sale. When's the best time to buy a car? Oh, the Labor Day is the best time, bro. Like your grandpa used to tell you. No. You can literally go right over to the Fed, the BLS. You know, it used to be a pipeline to get into Fangman. No more. Everyone in college telling me no. All right, maybe it isn't. Are you looking to see where those jobs are right now? No, I read some guy on FinTwit gave me 140 characters. That's insano. In this day and age that you and I consume 140 characters on FinTwit. You know what's worse about that? There are literal magazine, newspaper writers, reporters admitting in polls that they're pulling their information from fucking FinTwit and Twitter, that they don't even fucking bother reading the real shit. So this big discombobulated fuck Joe mess of what's real, what's not, and then the end result of who is giving you that information is even worse. And then you go into discussions about it based on bad data. You just can't be that person. It is built to take all your money. You are needed. You are needed. They need you to not read that data. They need you to believe what they're pushing your way. That's how they pay the fucking bills. I want you to think about that when you're consuming shit out in public. What is this article not telling me? Or what is it telling me that I can look up? What can I compare that to? Simple questions. What is Bloomberg telling me today? What is CNBC telling me today? How can I look that up on my own? And compare it to something. Is this a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, year, 5, 10, 20 years? What other data can I Google search? Fed. What type of information does the Fed collect on housing? I want all the data. And that applies to how you trade the stock market. It does matter. Even if you're not buying a car, you're like, I'm just trading the stock market. It does matter. Are we risk on or are we risk off? Is the economy really bad or is it good? Is unemployment really bad or not? Well, Cap, it's all fraud and lies. I don't give a fuck. It's what we trade against. There's not like some fucking magic price action that goes, oh, yeah, we're going to price in every recession that never happens. We're going to price in what Bob's saying about the coming apocalypse. We're going to price in the next World War III today. We're not doing that. They'll sell you a bunch of shit. So you got to kind of have a basic awareness of what's real and what's fake. And you got to be risk on when there's money flowing. And you got to be risk on when there's inflation. And you got to know that there's cyclical inflation. And you can't care about your favorite person out there not admitting to it or telling you. Whether it's Jerome or Trump or Biden or Kamala, I don't give a fuck. Obama, Clinton, I don't make Bushes. I don't care. Reagan, I don't care. I don't care who they are. This is all a buy, by the way, if you don't know it. They're eating this right now for a launch higher if you don't know that. So we'll go through these cycles cyclically. And I think you should think about those things more than what they're fucking telling you everywhere else. Even me. You should be looking at that stuff on your own. As an investor, as a trader, even a day trader. Well, I don't care, Kappa. I just trade the one day. I don't give a fuck where we're going. I've heard that many times. You should care. You should have some awareness of it. I mean, fuck. Like, I don't care about buying a car. You know, what about buying this or buying that? Like, you can actually look and see where it's the cheapest. You don't need some fucking TV show telling you where the bottom is on used cars. You can go look it up for yourself. It's easy to see. The same thing applies to the stock market. When should I be risk off? When should I be risk on? You know, very simple ways to see what's reality and what's fucking bullshit. You know, when you get those articles that are eventually right, what's the other rule that we have? There's no fucking hindsight trading. Why? Because they're fucking wrong the other 23 times. They were wrong 23 fucking times. There was no edge in that one guy calling that one time. That asshole's been calling that top for fucking years. He made a bunch of money on your fear, and then he made a bunch of money because he was eventually right. So you gotta like know where we really are, and then kind of laugh at the rest of them. And do you want to be in that group? Do you want to be in that group that's just constantly fucking wrong? No. Do you want to be the liquidity provider for everybody else that actually makes it? No. You know that fucking guy that's like, oh, I bought Apple at $12, never sold. I knew not to sell. Well, the guy was like, I went risk on during 2021, and right into the top of 2022. And I stepped right off like nobody's business. That's the guy that's listening to me. So you got to be that guy. If you have the triggers, go to DJI, go all the way back to the 1890s, and you were given a warning every single black swan. And know this time is not different. $2025, you're going to tell me 1890 fucking 3 and 2025 is this is it? There's no such thing as this is it. It's all fodder for you to consume. That's all it is. It really, truly is. You're like, let's say you're waiting for that roll. Like some guy out there tells you, oh, you didn't call the exact top. Like you're out of your fucking mind. It's like $2-3. That was the top. You're talking about a major drawdown. 20, 30, 40%, 50%. You were long from the bottom. That fucking guy wasn't long from the bottom. That guy tells you stupid shit and says, don't worry, I'll meet you down there and I'll buy it down there. They've been saying that shit every goddamn cycle since the beginning. Do not fall into the trap. Don't do it. Promise yourself that. So that should tie into the rest of the stream from earlier to wrap up that conversation. We were also getting back into gamma. And, oh yeah, look at this. Gamma Labs, if you're out there, you're fucking awesome. I just saw your post, man. Like Gamma in a nutshell. He just put up. I'm gonna download this and send this to you guys. Gamma in a nutshell. Am I back inside of the Discord yet? It's a beautiful thing I'm looking at here. Hold on here. I don't know if he's out there right now or not. Maybe he's listening in. Well, I don't know if he is or isn't. I got to get him on the show. I should interview him. But the idea here is the idea here is that Gamma, or we don't have to, or Gamma is going to change drastically as we move into the 30th again, just like we did on QuapX Day. And then the Gamma map is going to come alive, isn't it? As we head into like September or October 3rd. And so it's going to evolve quickly as we get what? Hedging flows, we get some selling and some buying, some rebalancing. We also know that there's going to be some rebalancing flows into single tickers. I always call that whack-a-mole. Like, who do you think they're going to when we do the rebalancing into this quarter? You think they're going to buy this? Or do you think they're going to buy that? What do you fucking care? You should be looking towards indexes. You look towards the indexes, then you can jump in later. You could make some educated guesses. You find all of your big TMT shit that hasn't outperformed this year. They're a likely candidate, right? Tesla comes to mind as one of them. But you can just go with Qs, can't you? You don't have to worry about CEOs. You don't have to worry about where the rotation is. That rotation will show up in the indexes, won't it? So you've got that to look forward to in the next week, right? You've got Gamma changing drastically. You got all the Greeks changing drastically. You've got the whole entire options market having the impact and imprint of new hedging flows into the next week or two. So let's look at where we are right now. And I was trying to show you this earlier, but this is from Gamma Labs. I recommend that you follow this guy. It's Gamma Labs Tweets, I think, is his handle on Twitter. I find the service to be excellent. It's like one of the easiest, simplified, not trying to spin bullshit yarns to you. Oh, where do I look to buy a dip? Where are the Gamma Bros at? Where's support? Where do we lose things? Where does things get kind of funky or funny? Where can I hang out down below and look for a dip or become sell the rip? We blast down to negative gamma or the zero gamma line. Neutral gamma, we start making new lows. I can start getting more bearish, right? So we're going to take a quick peek at, for right now, this map. This over. We have a pin at 6,700. We have support at 6,650. There's a couple other bars lower. There's a bar down here at 6,625, 6,505. The important thing for you that you need to see here is this little bar right here, the 6,625. So we're going to switch over to SPX really quick. Being a Monday. I love the dip buy here so bad. We're going to look at Gamma Labs here, and we're going to look at current price. Delete all this. And we're at 66.51.78 right now. The positive or zero line gamma is creeping up right now. We tend to do this at the end of every month and the end of every quarter. It's indicative. I want to show you this one right here, 6625. We're going to snap this little line right here. This is basically support. You notice how the ICT stuff and also the triggers and velocity kind of match up with this stuff. There's a confluence of this stuff, depending upon if you want to be granular or just a crayon eater. Indubitably, this is basically zero gamma. Or the gamma flip. Actually, zero gamma is a little bit lower, but we'll tentatively say that's the gamma flip right there. There's another bar underneath it. Like, yeah, Capit's down here. What about that little one down there? But it's basically right here. A bunch of gaps down here that can be filled, down here and be filled. This is the big boy right here. And then we've got this 6650, 6675, 6700. Basically, the big wall against this is 6650. And where are we right now? 6650, right? So this is, we're going to make this yellow right here. We're cleaning up the 4-hour bars right now, aren't we? Hold on, let me get my stuff out of here. Come on, 50 yet or what? Where are we at? Nope. God damn it. Hold on here. Trying to highlight to see everything here. Hold on here. All right, we're good. So this is a call gamma that's sitting here right where we are in price. Right where we're parked at. What else happens to be there right now? Hourly trigger on SPY, right? Make this green right here. We're going to do positive gamma wall. It's weak, but it's there. And where are we sitting on price? Right here. SPX stalling us a little bit, right? We've got a gray and a green trigger making their way higher to send us up, right? We also have a trap down below, right? We talked about gamma or positive gamma moving higher and higher and higher and higher as we're parked in here. And this gives the opportunity for the downside move, right? We come into the 30th. The setup is there, right? Come into the third. You got NFP down here, and the bears are like, here's what we're going to do. We got the window weakness setting up over here. No matter what they do here, we're going to bring them back down over here. We're going to bring them back over here. And all of a sudden, we're in negative gamma. Not really. It's more neutral. We can move fast. We're not quite in negative gamma. Currently, there's this little bad boy down here, 6505, 6500. There's these two stops here, 6580, 6600. So we're going to show a little yellow bar right here. Here's 6600. Make this one yellow. It's a speed bump. I'd call this like, woo, party time, but not necessarily bearish. That's that first one right there, 6580, 6600. So here's 6580 right here. I would write expect a bounce there. I didn't say buy a dip. I just said expect a bounce, right? If we're in negative gamma, expect a bounce there. 65.80. Oh, then we get a drop to 6,500. See it there? Big old drop. This is invariably right now probably the wall. Yep, right about there. That's the wall right there. For now. Now this is bound to change, right? So we've got, not bound, but it's going to change and price will matter, won't it? 65.80, 6,500. And this is where you get your chance to change regimes. This is the put wall for right now. But you can kind of see it, right? You got positive gamma, right? This is your hope to go higher. Come into the 30th at an unclench, a potential unclench, right? You're down inside your gamma flip. You're going to expect a bounce. And this is what the bears are looking for right here. You come down here into the 3rd, 4th, or 5th, and you've got the negative connotations. This is their plan, at least. If we can just get down here, we can change sentiment and start that down process. Now, if we come down here and jackknife, and you got like a, oh my God, we're not going to do any. Oh my God, we got the close the government, right? Oh my God, terrible data over there. Reopen the government, bro. So Trump's down here. We're going to reopen the government. Nancy Pelosi is down there. We're going to reopen the government, bro. Or maybe not. As Pelosi's like, hey, we're not opening shit. We got bad data. And then you know to get short. But not until then, right? Because if we stay in trend, if, say, we stay in trend, we blast down into that Friday, and all of a sudden, magically, you come back on Monday, Sunday futures. We passed the bill late night. Schumer was just pulling our chain over here. He's actually a Republican. He doesn't want to see the economy get out. Nancy Pelosi bought her dip down here on Friday close. And all of a sudden, whoopsie. Nobody cares about the data anymore. Can't really sell it down on bad data if the government's closed, can you? Reopen the government, get your data on Monday, Tuesday. Oh, yeah, it's bad. Okay, thanks, bro. We're out of here. You see how that happens? Oh, my God, we're going to NFP. We're going to get bad data. Close the government, bro. Unrealized volatility. You passed the spending bill, bro. Oh, we'll get that data to you on Monday. Oh, my God, it's bad. Oh, my God, we're back up again. Trump, I saved the market. Nancy Pelosi saving the market. So maybe you don't get that data down here, do you? Possibly not, right? So you got this here at this positive gamma. This is by the dip wall. Up there. All right, we get the gamma flip and the expected bounce down there. Right? And the unknown unknowns, right? The unknown unknowns of what happens. Do we get PC or do we get NFP? Do we get unemployment? Maybe not. Do we get a deal? Heading into Monday, all of a sudden everything's okay. Maybe we finally get that bad NFP data, and then we're out of there. Or you get bad NFP, you get a shutdown, and we're out of here, downside. But still missing something, aren't we? Remember that wall that was over here? There's no wall after that, is there? We start looking pretty deep. There's 6,400. There's 6,500. So look at that. 6,580, but down here you got 6,500, 6,400, 6,300. There's no market down there. Like here's 6,400 down here. Big old gaps down here, right? You know, there's time in here. Take that trade, isn't there? And we don't have the unclench yet. And we need some things to work in our favor. So we probably need to wait to get down. Well, we can take this trade, but we don't want to take the rest of it. You can take that trade, but you can't take the rest of it unless there's the blast underneath and then the, oh my God, the government's closed. Oh my God, the data was horrible. They didn't stop the data from coming out. We can take that trade all the way down then. Just be surgical in that trade. Man, I'm looking to put another trade on for tomorrow soon here. Uh, 5 sessions. Think tighter, guys. And when I posted that for you in the Discord, it has the potential to change rapidly, not just negative, but positive too. If you're unable to get underneath that daily trigger, right, it's going to change to the upside. Okay, cool. All right. Next thing, we got the gamma out of the way. I don't know what that was. I heard a big beep across my office. I don't know what the hell just happened there. Let me check. I got to check something in the background here. I gotta just check something back around here. Hold on, guys. I think I want to do a call spread for this one. I don't know if I should do zero dates or calls. I think call spread here and then zero dates tomorrow. I think a call spread here is best trade with tomorrow expiry. And then I think 0 dates tomorrow are the bigger one. Two biggest trades going on right now. Post that on FinTwit. So we got through the Doom bullshit. We got through most of OpEx, QuapEx roll. Outside of that, let me just check a few tickers here for this roll here. I just want to check. I just want to look at a few tickers here if I can. If you're looking to catch any of this funky business that's going on tomorrow. Just take a quick look at some tickers here. This fucker's ready. I'm looking at SAIL right now, SAIL. I don't know about this sweep lower though. It likes to sweep down here. Been wanting to get on sale now for a bit. On here. Check serve. This is SERV. And serve looks like they're ready to rock toot, isn't it? Serve's ready to fucking explode to the upside. It's at 1187 right now. Just check this one really quick. This one's ready to fucking rip too. Serve is ready to fucking rip some faces off. Oh my God. Hang tighter, guys. Hold on a second here, guys. We're going to look at one right now. Hold on. I just want to check this one out. Safe and Green Development Corporation. Safe and Green Development Corporation. I was about to say that, Winky. I don't know if I should talk about this one or not. We could probably buy the entire fucking did I not bother talking about these guys? The IPO'd way back in the day. Go take a look at these guys. Fuck it. The IPO'd way up here at $200. Way back in October of 2023. Can you imagine being on that fucking? Can you imagine being on that fundraising? You can't get out for like the next 5 years though, man. I'll give it to you at $100. You're on the ground floor. We expect to open at 160, bro. We're expecting to IPO at $200. You're halfway there. You'll be fine. Right on, Winky. So this is SGD. They're currently trading $1.44. I don't know why. I'm not gonna lie to you on CNBC and tell you that. But I do have rules for these companies. So we're going to take a look at them really quick, their financials. And we're going to see what their financials say. We're going to look at what their market cap is. We already know what that is. First thing I'm going to look at here is SGD. That's Sierra Gamma Delta. Safe and Green Development. Now remember, I believe in fraud and shit like that. They got a bunch of proxy statements and SEC filings. going on here. Safe and Green Development Corporation provides real property development services. It operates through two segments: real estate development and technology. The company develops single and multifamily housing. It operates majestic AI-powered platform software ecosystem designed to wow, look at their revs. Hold on a second here. Oh, look at that. We're turning around in SPY right now. Yay. By the way, if you want to know what my thoughts are here, is a call spread into tomorrow. Call spread into tomorrow. Call spread into tomorrow. And then tomorrow some 0-day calls right where we are. There might be another half a dollar we go down, but I don't think so. Look at their Q2 revs. Woo! 1.4 million. SGD, look at SGD's financials. They look great. Now their market cap is in the shitter. Let me look at him right now. SGD. Cap says he's not a stock pumper. Look at him. He's over here stock pumping this company. Now, I will say this. You got to go back and look at their filings, because what they could be doing is doing funding with their stank price. Yeah, it looks like they got shit. They're diluting their shares right now. That's what it looks like. Whole bunch of share dilution, but they're making bank. So if you want in the ground floor of a company that's making bank, and they're $1.46, which means they're probably in some kind of probation too, with being delisted. But on a better note, they have a cross coming up. Daily trigger. Weekly trigger. On daily accumulation, they're being bought. Check it out. They're being absorbed in a week. This is all what you're looking for. Bottom of the barrel. Name of the company is SGG. GD. I'm going to post this on the Discord. Not on the Discord. I'm going to post some public. Looks like we're trying to turn around here to the upside a little bit on SPOOs. We got a little bit more shit to clear out down here, though. So if you're like, hey, Cap, I want to wait for the best of the best of the best, you can look at that one there for a call spread as well. I'm going to post this on Twitter really quick. that off. We'll monitor SGD. Hold on here. How about this? We'll do this. Bottom right-hand side. Hold on here. We're going to put a... Let's take a peek here. $5 is the most natural, right? So we'll go 450. We're going to add an alert crossing up once per minute. We'll create that alert. And you guys remember the coffee company that we did? Can you imagine being in that shit for $200 and you see your shit get sold down to fucking $1.45 and like some fucking market maker, some bum from like Brooklyn that's like 80 years old is in his fucking library every Friday and he's just buying it all. He's gonna like call up Jamie Dimon. Hey, been buying this one for the past 3 years, accumulating. I got the whole market cornered. We're going to start running a bunch of good news on this company. It'll be on Wall Street Bets in like 3 years, I promise. We own it all. Just start buying it. I guarantee that's going to happen. It's like the coffee company. Remember the coffee company we were watching? It was like, God damn, it's going to market cap of like fucking $1.5 million. In like 3 months, it was like market cap $150 million. We're expanding. Yeah, it was Bros. Was it Bros? Remember Bros? How are they doing, right? I know they've been up a couple times since then, but this is the same company. Indubitably, Dutch Brothers. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, let's go look at Dutch Brothers. So we actually did this one. Dutch Brothers IPO'd, right? Sent to the depths of hell. And we were like, yeah, oh, what is this? $23. Let's buy this company. And look what they've traded since. $80 up here, back down here. It's fucking, these fucking pump and dumpers. They're like classic. Oh, it's actually lower right now. And we're looking to buy down here, and on this blue line is where we're looking to buy. Right on this blue and white line. It's coming down right now. A little bit low here, a little bit dumping down here. It's almost ready to be bought. Well, I think we should close that gap and then go. Close the gap on $35 on Bros. Probably get a nice little dip buy on that one. Just remember, I told you about this one first. SGD. I'm serious. SGD now trading $200. Feeling kind of bulled up over here, bro. I'm telling everybody on Wall Street Bets, man, to buy in. It's going to 500. I'm serious. I just looked at their financials. They look great. They're doing a bunch of dilution, but they got great revs. They're selling an actual product. They're making one hamburger and selling it over and over again. They got a good product. They got software, baby. All their investors are crying. Like it's never coming back to 200 again, dude. Just sell. They're in like the capitulation phase right now. Yes, we know you're wealthy. We know that you had a good insider tip to get in the 15th round of funding, but I'm sorry, we opened at 200. And your round of funding says you can't sell until we're at fucking $1.50, then you can sell. Or you can add more if you want. Oh yeah, definitely. I would want to find out where the fine print. I bet you the fine print's right at that $1.50 mark. Like right when I hit $1.50, they could fucking sell. Oh, we're turning up now. Yay. You guys in call spreads for tomorrow? Whee! Everybody strapped in? Remember, too, on the opening bell tomorrow, we should be weak. If you didn't know that. The opening bell tomorrow, we should be weak. The morning should be weak. You'll see the roll come out at you'll see people on FinTwit, all the fucking real hardcore JPM collar trade guys. They're gonna have those numbers in nice and early tomorrow morning. You see the market take a quick nosedive, and then like a phoenix that should rise into like 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. We're gonna try to catch both these trades here. I'm gonna go over some news for you really quick. I know. I'm gonna play the news for you here. Playing the pump and dump game. Well, I wanted to make sure I did it all at the same time so they can't say what the problem with the pump and dump shit is like I buy a bunch of it. I tell like Winky to buy a bunch. I tell Joe Donut to buy a bunch. I tell Bork to buy a bunch. And then they tell a few of you, and then you tell a few of your people, and then a few of your people tell the whole Discord. We accumulate a bunch of it or sell it with something else, and then we go public. Once everybody's on board, you go public with it. That's where you go to prison. That's how you go to prison. You can't do that shit. You can just be fully on board in public and you're fine. So that's why I'm saying it on Twitter, so that nobody can come back and be like, this guy was loading this shit up for like 3 weeks. You shouldn't have any confidence. You're not supposed to have fucking confidence. You're supposed to be like, that's a piece of shit stock. That's what you're supposed to say. And when it trades $200 a second time, you're supposed to say, this is a great stock. It's $200. I got to buy it. There's a bunch of suckers that bought it at $100, $200. You see them? They're all dead. I'm not fucking around. Yeah, you just add some. It's $1.40 fucking 5. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You guys make more bad trades in a day than buying a stock for $1.45. They won't let you buy it. Hold on here. I'll look and see if I can buy it. Hold on. Dude, what is going on here? Let's go. Will they let you buy it? Can I buy it on I can call my broker. They waived the fee? You got the fee? You got the fee waived, Captain Magic Dick? Looks like somebody here got a fee waived and buying it. What's the spread on it? This fucking thing doesn't have any options. That's bullshit too. Fractional shares are positioning closing only. Why is that? Hold on. Let's see if there's any bad news about this company. Don't go buying it just yet. Hold on here. Risk of delisting. Faced a risk of delisting from NASDAQ, but it regained compliance in February of 2025. Woo! By meeting the equity requirement. However, this was the parent company that received a delisting notice, the significant shareholder dilution from cashless warrants, not the subsidiary. SGBX was appealing the decision and planned to apply for trading if it failed to appeal. It's being bought. It looks like it's been saved from what I can see right now. I'm looking for it right now. It's saying that it's been solved. Hold on here. It said that they fixed it. I know that most companies don't fix it, but it's saying that these guys did. SGBX. It's being bought. Somebody's fucking buying it. I don't know who's buying it. Oh, SGBX down to $7. They do squeeze though. SGBX still squeezes. Had a squeeze from $36 to 121. Had another squeeze from $26 to $95. I shit you not. Look at the warrants, the SGBX. This actually reduced outstanding shares, resolved outstanding. I mean, if you just look this company up, if you do the AI overview on it, it's saying it did everything it was supposed to do. Uh-oh. It's moving. The AI overview said it's did everything good. It's everything it's supposed to do. There's probably like a bunch of people on fucking probably a bunch of people on like on stock twits. They're like, dude, we're coming back. We're totally coming back from this. Should we go see what's going on over in stock twits and see what's up? I got kicked off stock twits. So let me go check stock twits really quick and see if there's any action on there. Let me see what their people, what their. I like doing all this stuff before buying these companies, like stock twits, SGD. Let's see what their community's saying. Maybe they've got more insider information. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Let's go. Fuck yeah, let's go. SGD going to the moon. Banked with small gain, not comfortable with the S1 filing at 926. Real estate market. Company offered shares at $25 a share, due for a leg up. I want $3. $5 would be great, but trying to be realistic. What are you guys doing? Stock Twits is up on that shit. Stock Twits knows what's up. So there's people that own this shit. It's not like it's. I mean, let's be honest. They've fixed a bunch of shit. They fixed a bunch of shit. They're being accumulated on the weekly. Their revs look great. I mean, they did take in a bunch of funding, but they're no longer a risk of delisting. So they are doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. They have a cross coming up right here with the daily trigger and weekly trigger. This thing has never crossed. Listen to this shit. This fucking thing has never crossed. Has never had a daily trigger, weekly trigger cross. This thing could go fucking moon. I mean, this thing could go fucking moon. I'm not joking. Like, this thing could go fucking moon. The only thing that sucks about it is no options. If there was options, we could really make it fucking moon. We could start leveraging the fuck out of this stock, but there's no options. I'm reading its financials right now. It actually did the shit it said it was going to do. Oh yeah, they're all bag holders. I was gonna make a comment, but I don't want to fuck with those guys. Like, I don't want to be like, "Here's Kevin Jim James here," blah 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 blah. I want to ask them. Maybe I should make a drop account for StockTwits and just go in there and be like, "What do you guys think? Is it like never ever coming back?" Or it looks good on on paper. It looks like for all the scary like Sunday scaries on it, looks like it's doing just fine. Like how many companies face risk being moved to the counter market and make its way out of it? Normally, if you don't know anything about this stuff, if normally it's the C-suite that wants it to move into the over-the-counter market so they can seize control or even take it private. But they did the work that they needed to do to avoid delisting. So as far as from what I can read right now, it's saying that it's no more risk of being delisted. So this should be good for their stock. We're going to keep watching them. I've got a target above at $5. Someone from StockTwits said 350. If this thing can trade like $2-3, I would like to own it forever. Though it's everything I'm looking at is good. It just needs money. It's just raising funds. It reminds me a lot of what company? Starts with a P. Starts with a T. Palantir. How many times did fucking Palantir fucking dilute their stock? Traded $12 forever. We're going to write this one in. I like this one. SGT. It's not a shitco. It's not a meme. I'll look it up some more. I'm going to look it up some more tonight. SGT. You may not be able to buy it. It was going through a bunch. It wasn't going through a bunch of bad shit. It was going through fundraising and stuff. You can read about it. Type in just Safe and Green Development Corporation, risk of delisting risk from NASDAQ. I think when they're under $1.50, they go into that risk. But if they don't, when they stay in that period, if they're able to fucking pull their pants up, do a good job, they will, and they've come out of it. From what I've read, says they've come out of that delisting risk to the over the counter to the pink slips. So. Look into that company. Currently trading $1.59 right now. So there's something for you to play with. Keep your hands busy in the background. Let me see if I can find anything else here. This one looks kind of good. Let me just look at a couple others here. I want to pay top dollar cap. I'm like, I don't know. Like this one looks pretty good. It's dirt cheap, $1.45. No options. This thing, yeah, this fucking CoreWeaver is still in some kind of a bullshit over here. CoreWeave looks pretty good. I like CRWV, but it's being stopped right now. SGD still like that one better. CoreWeave's got like a huge falling bull wedge on it. UMAC looks pretty good. Serve, Sale. My favorite one is still SGD. Still of all of them, it's my favorite. I like it because of the daily trigger crossing the weekly trigger. It's very squeezable. It can fucking moon fast. And the warrants mooned like crazy. So here's without a cross. Let's do this one more time. So look at this one right here. This fucking thing mooned. Traded 286 over there. Traded 183. It's declining highs, but this cross, man. This daily trigger cross, this thing will fucking explode. There's one more gap left at $1. But I'm going to say something to you. Even if this comes down, it's still going to moon. As long as that daily trigger is running up and crossing above, it's going to moon. Just got to keep watching that daily trigger. I like it. SPY now trying to break out up into the half-hour trigger here, looking for a squeeze to the upside into the close here today. We should trade up into the bell. A little bit of weakness tomorrow, up all day, and then a little bit more weakness into the close. If you're looking to sell this market, if you're on sell side and you're like, what the fuck, Cap? I would be looking, if you want that like top tick, to try to sell if you think we're going to sell the news after month end, I would be looking for like 2 p.m. tomorrow, see where we are. Right around 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. If you're looking to pick up that volatility trade into NFP, the 3rd, 5th. If you're trying to put a hedge on the markets, if you're not a fucking full degenerate, be another nice time to be looking for that kind of a trade. I don't think we're quite there yet where we are. So if you're looking for that trade, if you're like a bear, and you know, we've seen the top of the market guy, gal. Be bear women out there. There's women bears out there. Anybody out here watching the show that's like a woman that's a bear? Any women bears out there? You don't have to out yourself. Don't out yourself if you got. I know a lot of women use men or masculine usernames to hide if they're a woman or not. I understand that. Men are dumb as fuck. I'd probably be a woman too if I. Yeah, or if I was a woman, good looking, I'd probably have a male. I'd be like trader bro, knuckle dragger, 6'9", 420. That's what I would be. Then I could hang out with all the guys and shit. They wouldn't know that I'm a woman. Oh, hold on, I gotta go back to the presser. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm going back to the presser. I don't really care about the presser. All right, I'm going to do the presser. I'm going to do the presser. I just like, if you look at core weave, here, I'll do core weave in the background here. Here's SGT. SGT has a cross daily trigger, weekly trigger. Weekly, if you have the velocity at home, just look at the daily velocity on it. Weekly velocity has been accumulated. I'm going to look at core weave in the background. I'm not anti core weave going to 0, but for trading it, it looks great. Let me just go see. Hold on a second. Let's look at core weave really quick. I mean, this setup right here doesn't look bad at all. It's got a big ass giant from June. I'm just checking on a 4-hour really quick. The only thing that I don't like about core weave is that it hasn't made a new high. Here, I'll post this for you. I wouldn't institute a trade on core weave here yet. This is why I didn't pick it. I'll show you what I think about core weave here. It's like core weave needs to show the new high to take the long, in my view. It needs, hold on, it needs to do something like this. And it kind of needs that daily trigger breaking out. I'd fucking really like it to trade 160 again, to be honest. It's a tough trade to take. It's had 2 breakouts already above its declining. Hold on. I can see why people like it too. It's such a tease. Core weave is. It hasn't broken its line yet. I want to say dangerous on core weave. If I was a hedge fund, I would just wait for you to break out and then It's almost there, but not quite. It's ready to squeeze. It's dangerous. You got to manage this one. But it looks beautiful. On its 30 minutes, CoreWeave's it's an accumulation on a daily basis. Its weekly velocity is good. Its weekly velocity is an accumulation too. So CoreWeave is being bought. You can barely see it on you can barely see its weekly velocity, but it is being accumulated for that breakout. I just think it might have better lows to buy. I would be down where those other guys are down there. Where the other lows are, that's where I'd be a buyer for a breakout, not where we are currently in CoreWeave. SPY grinding higher right now. Fucking Dutch Bros Coffee. God damn, that company. We were cracking jokes about Dutch Bros, and it just started fucking mooning. It fucking mooned and mooned and mooned and mooned and mooned and mooned and mooned. SPY's on its way higher now, coming into the first point of resistance. Now breaking above R1 on SPY's. I know I'm gonna get a fucking bunch of DMs. Don't fucking get sick anymore. God damn you when you get sick, you bastard. SPY now trading 663.59. You can never be sick again. SPY's turning around on a 4 trigger cluster, 1 5-minute, half-hour, and hourly trigger. I don't have to tell you to watch out, right? Didn't I already say get some call spreads down here earlier? Didn't I already say buy some goddamn call spreads in here? It's kind of nice being in call spreads and fear, right? me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think if like if this show ever became like something more, and then we did a second like private stuff for our community? Like if we did like an hour or two show every day that was bigger, like interviewing people, that kind of stuff, and then I just focused on us the rest of the time. You guys ever think about something like that? Like it's private the rest of the time, and we did just like a bigger produced show. Like, got a backer maybe to, if I pitched this thing as like, hey, we could put a polo shirt on and get our own little like Joe Rogan, like our Joe Rogan for the financial set. Yeah, I don't know if they'll back it or not. I got to talk to some guys about it coming up the next couple weeks. Thinking about doing like a more refined, but less refined, like a 1 to 2 hour a day show, and then do the rest of it private, so just you guys and I don't know if we can fund that or get that to happen, but there's a lot of people out there with money that do that kind of shit. So oh no, this wouldn't be dorky. This would be like a Howard Stern, Joe Rogan-esque, old Joe Rogan, not new Joe Rogan. Not new Joe Rogan. Big sit down, interview people, talk about the markets, get smart people to talk about like expiration, talk about the real things that matter in the market, talk about the history of the market, that kind of stuff. Just an hour or two. It wouldn't be every day either. It would be like a produced series. And then most of our time we spent in private, trading the markets. I don't know if it can happen or not. It could just be a pipe dream. It might just be nothing, but I was going to talk to a guy about it next couple weeks. Yeah, I like it too, right, Matt? It'd be kind of cool, right? Just do a private show for everybody. You're like an original fucking member. Do like OG members, fucking stamp of approval. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be a nothing burger. It may be something burger, though. The people that are going to be there are the right people. So if it was going to happen, these are the right people to have it happen with. I think. I don't know. They might not ask. Yeah, hot chicks, man. Yeah. I think it would give me more time to focus on our community. We'll see what happens. David, go over there and grab that speaker. We're going to have Bork sit on it. We're going to turn the bass up. My flashlight. Turn that bass up, Bork. We're going to play the moan. Market's mooning right now. SGT, baby. We're going to watch SGT here and see what happens to it. SGT, I got to post. Dude, somebody with a StockTwits account and a pro account, post that fucking daily trigger, weekly trigger on their StockTwits. Show them that shit flipping up right now. Those guys are going to all fucking lubed up and shit. Yeah, no, SGT. SGT. I mean, D. Fuck, now I'm saying T. Now I'm saying T now. It's SGT. D. God damn it. STD. Yes, STD. AKA STD. Did I say T 14 times now? God damn. I need a quick break. SGD making a breakout. Watch SGT start mooning. Like how S&P, how SP sometimes moves. There's another one. Like there's another Tesla one that used to do that. SGD now trading $1.59. Trying to break out from a gap that they have above. SPY in a pullback right now to the 4-hour. Let me just check the 15-minute on this really quick. It's all looking good. We got this 15-minute sweep right here. You want to jump on board for a trade for tomorrow? No, we're not unclenching today for you, Bear. Told you that too many fucking times. There's one right there. There's one right there. Goddamn Bears want to unclench fucking a quarter. Goddamn Bears trying to tell me that they're going to fucking unclench this market like a week before. We're going to crash it, bro. I'm like, bro, this whole market's wound the fuck up. What do you think you're doing? It's going to unwind, though, Cap. Yes, it is. This is going to unwind. They're going to do their roll. They're going to give the worst goddamn possible price to the people when they're doing their fucking roll. The best prices depend upon what you're doing for hedging. They're going to make you reshort the market. You're in a brand new quarter, fresh and so clean. And you can do all your doom shit tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. You get to get all bared up for another new quarter. Oh, was it BBY? Yeah, BBB. It was BBY, right? Yeah, BBY, and then BBBY. That's another one. That was 100% too. There was another one a bunch of years ago that would moon. It would like moon every fucking time. I don't know if it was Tesla. It would have been Tesla way back in the day. Then it was one that was like one letter off. It would like moon every goddamn time. Fucking Tesla would moon. People would like punch in the ticker and start adding to it. This is back when Tesla was trading nothing. Fucking penny stock. BBBJ. Yeah, there was another one. Like every year or two, Green Vegas, there's one or two that's like so close. Every like couple of years, there's like another stock you can watch and be like, oh yeah, let's start going long on that one. There's nobody in that, but then it starts ripping. These two green bars are your 15-minute checkbacks right here. Swinging high right now. We have left behind a little bit of this shit down here that needs cleaned out, never got cleaned out. Maybe we can clean this out tomorrow in the daytime, in the morning. Expectations. Nothing's changed. The way is higher. We want to trade tomorrow one of two things. Either a failure of all-time highs that sits at... So you ready for your two targets tomorrow? 667.06 and 670 to 672 right in there tomorrow. It will matter what we trade tomorrow. You want to be paying close attention to what we trade. If we fail to trade the all-time high, something like that, failed to trade an all-time high, failed to trade a new failed to trade the all-time high, or failed to trade a new all-time high, that's going to be kind of taken as bearish heading into the rest of this week. So you want to keep your eyes on that. And then you want to also then keep your eyes on the unclench to the downside. And is it in trend or not? It's very easy. We still in trend or not? Are we actually trading underneath the daily trigger with new lows? Before you begin to open new trades for the new month and quarter, you do not want to get caught balls deep in this market, up or down, today, tomorrow. You want to give it a few days into the third before you start making any big boy decisions. That's why I like the call spread here. The fuckery that's going to go on between here and tomorrow is going to be epic. Oh, that one right there is the one they're not letting us up. That one right there. Yeah, that was another one. I remember Zoom. I remember that one. I remember Zoom doing that shit. Here's your chance, boys. Here's your 15-minute pullback right here. If you don't like this one, there's a couple more down here. I do remember the Zoom one. ZM and ZOOM. I remember that one. Remember, too, that we're on a mechanical part of the market here. There's nothing you're going to be doing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Keep on pumping. So I was looking at SGD, Safe and Green Development Corporation. Safe and Green Development Corporation, who just broke their balls to keep themselves out of the OCT market. They were under probation by NASDAQ. They've clawed their way out of it. Kick-ass numbers, kick-ass revs, kick-ass reports. They are raising money, though, right now. So they're diluting shares. I don't know anything insider on them. You do want to go, seriously, like go to like the stock. I go to StockTwits. And I'd be like, hey, what do you guys think about this stonk? Is it going to the pink sheets or not? They'll tell you. And be like, dude, I was in the first round of funding, man. I bought in at fucking at $2, dude. I'm still in it. I never took profit at $200. They didn't allow me to. Yo, I've been there too, man. SGD, dirt cheap. I'm assuming you guys have lost more than $1.45 on most stocks you've owned. The worst you can lose is $1.45. $1.45 a share. If that shit trades $200, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. And that would be the big return to the scene of the crime, right? It's got a marked high of $200. SG. Let me just look at that really quick. Let's do the math on this one. So let's say I bought there. It's $1.45, right? 45 times 1,000 shares equals $1,450, right? Times 200, or maybe not 200, 100. 100. So it'd probably give you $1,500. Will pay like 150 grand or something like that. You'd be rich. The worst case scenario, we'll lose $1,500. That's better than a fucking lottery trade. It's better than fucking trading the lottery. Better than pull tabs. What do I think of Amazon right now? You want to look at it? Amazon right at this moment. Let me take a look. What do I think about Amazon right at this moment? I think it has a great chance of going up from here into tomorrow to 227. You you're going to find out, though, real quick. It should be in some consolidation. But you're going to find out real quick if we're going to break out and away from 228. You'll find out by the 3rd. Does that make sense? So you'll go up, down, and up again. Or up, reject, and down to a new low and again. But for right now, like today and tomorrow, up. Yes, up. I like Amazon here. Cool. Get some calls or something. The only thing that I'm going to warn you about, though, is after tomorrow, they're going to send that shit back down regardless. Almost always. Not guaranteed, but 90% chance that tomorrow's close, they'll send Amazon back down, at least to make sure the way is higher. Just remember that. Like, you'll come back and get your ass handed to you on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're like, oh, Cap, it's on fire. You didn't tell me that. I told you all day long today. I've said it like 8 fucking times today. Right on the foe. The fa. What up, the fucks? That's a nice username, by the way. Everyone says foe instead of fa. It's pronounced fa, right? God, I got so sick this weekend. I thought I had this shit. On Saturday, I thought I was fucking king dingling. I'm like, oh, I'm breaking this fucking this COVID shit. Fuck no, dude. I died. I was out for like an hour. I didn't even drive. My oldest daughter drove, and I got out of the car. I'm like trying to get lunch, and I couldn't taste anything, and I'm like dying. I started sweating, like sweat pouring down my body. I'm outside. Didn't matter. Body was like, go lie down. Body was like, don't do this. I'm still sick. I'm not on any drugs anymore. Nothing. I am like clean, like no aspirin, no acetaminophen. I have not snorted any Tylenol this morning. I was chugging like I was like robo tripping on NyQuil and stuff. I'm on nothing right now. 0. I got some vitamins in me. That's it. I'm now soberish. And I haven't been drinking. I tried to have a drink, couldn't have a drink. I was want to fucking puke everywhere. I tried drinking a bourbon, couldn't drink a bourbon. I bought a bottle of Viette, I think it's called. It's a small producer. It was a beautiful bottle of fucking wine. Couldn't drink it. Oh, you want to hear something crazy? This is a true story. So then last night, I'm feeling better, so I'm trying to help my wife and kids out more. I'm apologizing to my wife and kids. I'm sorry. I was very sick. I thought I was going to die the other day. I know I sounded crazy the other day when every time you guys talk to me and ask me shit I shouldn't be asking me. That kind of stuff. Like, so yesterday, I'm like trying to make up to my family because I'm like angry, I'm so sick and delirious. And I went to my wife and kids yesterday, and I'm like, they didn't want to cook dinner, and I'm like, I'm gonna cook dinner for you. So they're like, yeah, sure. So I was like, I got my younger daughter, and I want her to learn how to do a la menu cooking. You know what a la menu is? It's like old school cooking from the 70s and 80s and 90s. People still make it for you in restaurants really badly. But a lot of Italian cuisine can be made a la menu, right? And so I was talking to my wife and kids were like, yeah, cook for us, and had the youngest daughter there, and then the oldest daughter came over, and I was trying to teach them how to make chicken franchise. That's what I made them, I think. I made some form of chicken franchise last night. And back in the day, if you worked in New York City ever as a cook or whatever, there's really easy, fast ways to make it. You can take just and you can serve it with anything. You know, I used to do it with like a buttercream pasta. But you can do it with like Palm's puree if you want. Whatever you want. It serves well with. So, and a lot of people make it gross. It's like overcooked, baked, all kinds of stupid shit. You can just take a little bit of take like a chicken cutlet and just tenderize it slightly, and you dredge it through some flour really gently. That's all you got to do. And you brown it on each side with some butter, and you don't clarify the butter. You just let the butter, like a pat of butter, and let it caramelize, right? Or not clarify, but become brown butter on each side. Not cook it all the way through. You get that nice little crispiness on the outside, right? And you can take that chicken cutlet and you can saute some garlic, and sometimes you use shallots. I had a shallot, so I threw in some Brunoise shallots with it. I did shallots and I did some garlic. And then you just quickly deglaze it with some white wine, some chicken stock, if you have any of that shit. White wine, chicken stock, some herbs from outside in the backyard. I had roasted some tomatoes, hard seared some tomatoes. And then I took some lemon wheels and I blackened them on the stove tine of the stove. I just blackened them really quick. And then I put some fresh lemon juice in there and some lemon peel. And you deglaze it really quick and reduce it. It's like very, very fast. Salt, pepper, some thyme if you have it on hand. And I made Pommes puree for them. The old school Robuchon Pommes puree. I made that for them. So it was just like weeping butter. And it had some like quick roasted tomatoes, chunks whole with the skin on. A little bit of salt on top, a little bit of lemon peel. Finish a little bit of lemon peel, so you eat a tomato that pops in your mouth with some lemon peel, salt, pepper, and some chicken franchise. And if you make it really fast, it should only take you like 5-10 minutes to cook this shit. That's it. Yeah, I'm eating all that stuff. I'm eating the zinc, the vitamin C. I'm eating all the vitamins, and I'm doing the D3 too. The vitamin D3. That's the one that's like the fish oil pill. I'm doing that one right now too. But I get off all the drugs, so no more drugs for me. No more. I hate drugs. I hate prescriptions. I live very clean life. Well, I say that. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of what I have prescriptions right now. The only one that I've got is the dick pills. I love that shit. Cialis. I'm on Cialis. That's it. But that's for fun times. So the wife wants me to act like I'm 16 again. I'm like, there's 2. And then she thinks I'm 16 again. I'm doing like acrobatics and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, let's do this. I was reading about that and reading about this and that. And I heard this is a lot of fun for you and not for me. Other than that, though, clean life. Quell your balls deep into Amazon. If you're a member, if you're a community member, when this stream ends today at 4, I'm going to shut the stream off and I'm going to do an hour. And I'm going to give you a quick outlook on your favorite stock. I'm not going to chart the whole entire thing out. But if it looks like your stock has a potential to do something good or bad, I'll quickly look at it. If it looks like it's worth paying attention to in the coming week or two, we'll maybe chart it out, or we'll schedule to chart it out. But what we're going to do today for the new quarter is after the close today, I'm going to turn the stream off, turn on a private stream, and I'll try to get to your ticker. I'll do as many of them as I possibly can. Don't post them in the Discord just yet. I want you to think about this. Before we do this private stream, I want you to think about this. I want you to look at your stock and say to yourself, this has a chance of mooning. I don't care if you're, like upside down in this fucking thing or whatever. I care that stock that you pick has a chance to make some money. If I see it and it looks like it's going depths of hell, I'm just going to tell you depths of hell. Or it must do this first before we can talk about it. So you'll either get one of 3 answers. It's either going to be depths of hell, it has to go here before we even talk about it, or you're going to get the third answer. which is let's look at this more closely and see if there's a chance for this thing to have a great Q4. And we're going to make it fast, like rapid fire. I can usually see it pretty quick if it's got a chance or not. And if you hate me for it, we can look at it when we have more time. But today, for the end of quarter, we're going to do a private stream, 4 p.m., 4:15. I gotta reset the computer, pour myself a glass of wine and see if I can drink it. Because I opened a bottle last night. I kid you not. So I made this. My fucking wife drank that. You drank that thing? When? Today? You drank it all last night? Dude, I didn't drink any of it. I really didn't. I'm serious. Go look. It's still there. I drank like a 1985 bottle of this big bashing wine. I didn't drink it though, so she drank the whole bottle. I'll see if there's a glass, because I had a glass that I left out. I didn't drink it. If it's there, I'm gonna grab a glass of this shit. It's nice. The 1985 Cabernet from California. God damn. You're drinking all my shit. That's what you're doing. Like, I'm sick and I can't drink, and you're drinking all my stuff. Is that how you do it? You guys, what's up with you women? I can't. I'm not like. I'm like your bash. I'm like, it's like 3 women and a man. And there's a bunch of women that live here. The cat's a girl. Your dog's like a girl. Ain't my dog. I got my dog. My dog's a porch dog. My dog's a dirty old man. I can't win. I think I had one second here. Like, these women don't care about me. Like, I gotta teach. I thought I would be teaching a boy. I thought I'd be teaching a teenage boy to put the toilet seat down. Instead, I'm teaching a teenage girl that's like 12, like, what are you doing in the bathroom? Why did you not flush that? You have to empty the trash receptacle too. I'm like, you're dirtier than I was as a boy. I'm not supposed to see those things. You guys think you run the whole entire world around here. They kind of do. I don't run anything. The boss of nothing. Well, someone's trying to flush this thing down. Yeah, I don't like drugs. Whenever I go to the doctor, they're always like, what do you mean you're not on any drugs? I'm like, I'm not on any drugs. I'm like, once you get on drugs, you never come off them. Like, all my friends are on like 80 fucking different drugs, and they're all in their fucking 40s. I'm like, no. The longer I can go without being on a prescription, the better, except for that goddamn Cialis. Cialis is amazing. If you're not 16 years old, if you're like older than 20, Cialis all day long. Not sexual advice. Nothing has changed in the outlook. Up. Oh, they're gross. Don't let women tell you otherwise. They're grosser than men. I gotta live with them. They're way grosser than men. If I had a son and he tried pulling any of the shit these women do, oh my God. And they accumulate crap. Like, my house is like turning into, I got Joe Donut, if you're out there. My house is turning into, like, we have like a sewing room now. We got art room. We got music room. We got like every room in the world. And we got no man room. I have man corner. We have a gaming room. I have man corner. That's about it now. It's been reduced to a cabinet that fits in the corner. Daddy doesn't use any of that stuff. I'm like, it's not winter yet. I'm not going to build my Dungeons and Dragons models yet until it's cold. I'm like, I'm not going to do 3D printing until it's cold. I'm not gonna do my skis until it's cold. These 2 green boxes are 15-minute checkbacks. Ooh, SGD now pumping again. Safe and Green Development Corporation. SGD now pumping, trading $1.59, looking for a breakout. They've got like 3 days until they squeeze. 3 days. That daily trigger is like 1, 2, 3 days away from squeezing. It's ready to rip faces off. It's like once that cross happens, woo! Hello, ladies. SPY grinding right now. In the midst of the JPM collar roll. I'll try to calculate. I haven't calculated yet, but I'll try to calculate the roll for you tonight for what it's going to be tomorrow. What it should be. I think it's like 1.5% outside the range or closing price. So we'll look at that tomorrow too. I get the math somewhere. I don't know where it is. This is a 15-minute right here. And a 4-hour. This is also a 15-minute here. And we never closed out any of these gaps down below down here. Never quite touched it. Could be some grinding going on. We called out a call spread literally right here for tomorrow. Keep it in the money and look for some capture on the upside if we do go higher. If you're not in a call spread for tomorrow, you might get another chance in here. It's possible. I'll do GME if you want. I see everybody talking about GME right now. I think I was right the last time though, wasn't I? I'm usually right on GME. I said go, it's lower, and then like a day or two later, it fucking blasted to the depths of hell. No one wanted to hear that on the stream that day. I'll look at GME. I know people have been talking about the past, like, or during QuapX, they're talking about past week or so. It's been hot on everybody's palate. A red dot sight. I love iron sights. I do. I never understood that about people like with like sights on their like battle rifle. I'm like, I shouldn't say that publicly, I don't think. On their pew pew. Iron sights are the way to go for like 200 meters out. You can't sight 200 meters out with iron sights with a thingy. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I need this, I need that. I need to put my iron sights on a 45-degree angle. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing that for? Changes the curvature of the shot. Like, put some iron sights in your weapon there, dude. Shoot 200 meters for me. Do that. Thanks, Luca. No worries, Kev. Man. I'll look at it. Thanks for the heads up on the warrants. I always like buying Jimmy down. Like, I'm never a fan of it up. It moves so fast that it's easy to buy leaps on. I always like Jimmy in particular. I always like the idea of like set the alerts lower, let the alert come to you. Don't get sucked into the I like the GME community, but I don't like getting sucked into the community. I like Tesla. Like for everything that I don't like about Tesla, or maybe you don't think I like Elon Musk, I still like Tesla. Even if you think like even the fraud shit, I know there's fraud in there and all that kind of stuff. I still like Tesla for what its impact on everybody. There's things that I still love about Tesla, but I can't get on the Tesla gang rabbit hole. I got family that works for Tesla too. I got people in that circle of friends and family that work for Tesla and other companies. So it's not like I'm not a believer in Tesla. I think if any of you out there have ever met a real life engineer without them knowing you trade the stock market in Tesla, can attest to that. That if you're a long-time Tesla employee, you know the both sides of it. The Tesla Q, the Tesla gang are two arguments that can live together in that world. As a trader, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't. I'd be fucking broke if I did that. So I got to separate the two. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate that. Yeah, Princess, our Discord is long hood right now. A whole bunch of traders are trading hood right now. Oh, we just got another new high on. We had a successful back test the weekly trigger. We got another new high on SGD. Hourly trigger is turning up right now on SGD too. SPY coming back down right now. Looks like it's pinned in here. Dropping down past its 15-minute right here. So 15 minutes. 15 minutes right here. Just scooping up all the wayward sons and daughters of the SPY in the stock market. Back testing the hourly trigger currently. This will be the second back test of the hourly trigger. You remember that? I want to go back to that mechanical thing. Just like the song that you saw last week that was mechanical. Same thing with the rise in price today. A lot of the market today is today and tomorrow you're not going to influence. You just need to be in the right place at the right time. So just be aware of that as we move into tomorrow, how mechanical the market becomes. If you're in a trade for tomorrow, just hang tight in your trade. Don't get too crazy. You'll see big, wild, giant swings at the open and closes the next day or two. So you can more than likely catch whichever side you're trying to be on. What else? I think that's it. I think that's all I got for today. You've got some stock picks here. I've got you on SGD, Sierra, Gamma, Delta, Safe and Green Development Corp. We looked at CRWV earlier. We talked about TLN, LIF, SERV, UMAC, and SAIL, but I didn't like any of those for right where we are in the end of quarter. The closest one that I can see here that looks like it's good, again, is SGD. And the reason for that is because that daily trigger is crossing through that weekly. It is being accumulated. You can see it on the weekly velocity on a daily chart on that stock. It also has some positive catalysts with coming out from academic probation, coming out from NASDAQ probation for going to the pink sheets. Do some due diligence on that one. It's hard to buy right now. It's not the easiest stock to buy. I'm wondering if it's not easy because they don't want you buying it. They don't want it being squeezed. Or it's being shorted the fuck right now. They don't want to create, what do they call it? What does the GME gang say? Synthetic shares cap. They don't want to loan you synthetic shares. They've got them all loaned out for being short right now, bro. I haven't looked to see if it's shortable or not. I should have looked, but I haven't looked. They're making fake shares, bro. That's why you can't buy it, man. Citadel owns them all. I'd like to see who's short that company right now, too. Swinging low right now. Trading the hourly trigger again. Coming back into the origination of this trade. We'll take a peek at that one right down here. That's where these buyers are right here. Might be a little bit. Guys are right about there. Looks like the bottom is right here. That's the buyers. Call spread, you should be just fine right now. Should be still up and green. There's a little bit of gap left below down here. I'm going to read some news to you. 311. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what my expectations are for tomorrow. Nothing's changed here. Just so you can see, I'll get rid of some of these times. I'll come back to this. Just in case you missed the earlier part of the stream. Clean up some of this mess that's on here. We're trading on a 1 minute basis here, so we gotta that we live and die in this stuff right here. So the trade for me tomorrow, it's right around here. I'm looking for this trade up tomorrow, right? Or even here. Trade up, where's Tuesday? You can't see this stuff on. So this is the close today. Trade for me is to buy here on the positive gamma bar, right? And I want to see this trade here and here. And the reason for that is not that we trade it right now, but that 670 to 680 is still viable. If we fail right here, or we fail here, but if we fail here or here, I'm more dour on my outlook after this week. We don't have to necessarily hit 670 or 672. But I'd like to see it. I'd like to see like a blast up here, even a blast up there, believe it or not. But it doesn't have to happen, but I like to see it. I like to see, like, I'm looking for, hey, are we strong into month or quarter end? And then I'm looking for this to hold, right? Hold. And so you see the strength, and you can have some confidence longing the month of October. If I don't see that, let's say I see tomorrow, let's say I don't see that strength tomorrow. Oh, fuck you. Sorry, buddy. We're down here blooding. We're getting to move on to the downside down here. And there's, a shutdown, and you get your data for NFP. Coming into October, after we get out of this window, I'm going to look back and say, oh, we fucking failed to get that all-time high over there. We fucking failed to get that 70 and 72 to trade. And now we're underneath the daily trigger. We got a low and a new low. Maybe we don't buy a dip. So these mechanics that are going on today and tomorrow matter, don't they? You get the high, you hold all this. And do you stay in trend? And there's a reason for that. Here's your trend here. Talking about going up. and you start breaking underneath this and try to make a new trend in October. It's party time, right? You've heard the discussion about spot up, vol up. Hey, every time we go up here, spot up, vol up. That's true. So if they do all this action and we hold this, and all of a sudden we're up here for October, you know, there's your spot up, vol up, right? So no big trades until we find out what this is, right? No big trading in here. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So the 3rd is a Friday, and the Monday is, you know, like you're looking at Monday in here. And the big question is, where are we on Monday? This is the 6th in here. You know, where are we? And if we're down here, we hit these. Down here, we're, whoopsie, back up. And you see your hourly trigger come down and pick us back up. I'm going to start talking about putting on a trade for October, right? But if we come in here and we're, you know, fucking blooding down in here, you know, we ain't buying that dip on the Monday of the 6th, are we? Fuck no. Fuck no, we're not buying that. Are they going to let that go down or let it come back up and get above it, right? So this whole area is an area for you to do what? Watch. We failed. Did we hit it? Did we get underneath it? Did we bleeding? Kind of a big moment in the market, right? Sweating you over here right now. Putting the screws to you, telling you how bad it's going to be tomorrow. And put their doomish call or doomish trades on. The 0 date's going to push you up here. $18.30. $100. Keep an eye on 167 for the breakout on SGD. I did write T on there, Winky. SGD looking good. It's back here. This is the original buyer right here. I'm going to put a trade on right now, call spread. How much can we make here? 662. Nope. I don't want a 3-day expiry. I want 1 day. I want to get sucked up into this. 662, 667, 170 to print 223. What about 670? Ooh, that's a juicy one. That one print $188 to print 462. 662 to 670. You only make your you make 100% back if we trade 667. You make 286 for 191. That's why we're in spread. That's why I think spreads are best here. I don't think that like zero dates are good. I think zero dates are dangerous here. I think call spreads today and then zero dates after the initial negative shit hits the tape. Call spreads is the only way to go for tomorrow expiry. Easy peasy trade. You just got to make sure you sell it tomorrow if we're trading 67 or 70. Like you pick your poison. Don't be like, I held it till 70, it didn't print cap, went to 0. You choose for yourself, your own risk. 667 or 670, you pick. It prints for 190. It was 191 a moment ago. Now it's 198. So it was $191 to print 456 or 465 or something. It's a gorgeous trade. It's like a 250% trade for tomorrow. It's fucking stellar. It's trading 198 right now. Here's your second chance. Just remember over the weekend watching my money burr all weekend long. I was like, I want to buy the open on Monday. I'm like, you want to buy fucking Friday, bro? We'll sell you some fucking calls in the open today. Same thing here. You're getting bulled up tomorrow? Close some fucking call spreads right in your face tomorrow. Half an hour left. SGD. It looks just look doggone and look up SGD. Fucking calling myself Mongo on fucking Twitter. Fucking one of the best shows ever, or best movies ever. Blazing Saddles. You guys ever see Blazing Saddles? I always try to ask people what they think of it, see if they're aware or not. It's a good one, especially this day and age. Nobody ever watches that movie anymore, do they? Do like kids ever watch that movie, Blazing Saddles, anymore? You couldn't even be made. They couldn't make that movie today. I'm gonna read a few things too before we get out of here for the day. I'm gonna have a private show after 4 p.m. I gotta go take a potty. I haven't taken a potty all day long this morning. I'm gonna read a few things to you. JPM. Our view remains tactfully bullish. Tactfully. I think I just went over all that tactfulness here, didn't I? Tactfully bullish. Got it. I think our group's got it. JPM, thank you. And think after the wobble. I don't know. Was you calling that the wobble last week? That shit wasn't a wobble. That shit was mechanical. Shit happens every quarter and every goddamn month. Literally. Every fucking month. Up or down. Inverse. Doesn't matter. Same shit. That the markets experienced last week. And into month end, quarter end. We are now set to move higher. I'll read that to you one more time. Our view remains tactically bullish. And think, after the wobble that the markets experienced last week, i.e. I got to get long, and into month end, quarter end, we are now set up to move higher. We've had two pullbacks. We had one big pullback that everybody was afraid of on FOMC day. We get everybody and their sister screaming up and down that a cut is good for the market. I'm assuming that's that group of buyers, the Big Wick gang. The Big Wick gang came back in again on Friday and bought again. And they ran it up again into today. And we're looking to see if Big Wick gang's going to remain here in the month of October. JPM says that we're ready to rock to the upside. I think you got to give it another few days. I think you give it into the 3rd, 6th. Means a high probability of another check lower. Now, let's say I'm wrong and we go higher. Well, as long as we make that all-time high and we're past the 3rd and we're past NFP, fuck yeah, let's do it. We're past the shutdown. Let's do it. Also, remember, they got jolts tomorrow morning. There could be some morning panic. That's why you're in a spread right now. You don't want to be any kind of fucking dicking around with zero dates. The only time you should be thinking about zero dates is after they roll all their shit in the morning. You get the first wave of hedging, and then you get people that mimic. No one talks about that. There's like a knock-on effect. Oh, JPM did this. I'm going to do the same trade. Oh, JPM did this, so I'm going to take the bear side of this trade only. That conviction is lower. I don't know if they're right or wrong, but you know there's going to be a knock-on part of tomorrow morning. We have jolts in that same company tomorrow for data. JPM goes on to say we think 7,000 for SPY or SPX is possible by year end. Now remember that JPM has to rein in their expectations. I can tell you right now that if things stay solid, if they do, if we don't have any major bloodbath, and if we can stave off the major correction that's due, we can stave that off into December, January, or December, February, or March. I think that 720 is actually a possibility. I think 7,200 is possible. If we enter that vertical spot up vol trade, very possible that it goes bananas to the upside. So JPM is giving you their middle of the road target, 7,000. 68 in the low, 72 in the high. It's possible by year end. I personally think that you should date those fucking trades. If they materialize, I would date them for March 31st. That is financial advice. Just like my hedge on November 17th, it's beautiful buying time. Do it. You get the prints in the next 3 weeks, fuck yeah, you're a rock star. I know you could have made 30 times more. If you got the print in March 31st and it took until then, you're going to look like an even more rock star because you didn't give away free fucking money for picking October 18th. So we think 7K by SPX is possible by year end. The biggest risks into year end are 1, exhaustion of the AI theme, general TMT profit taking. That can be fixed by picking up the trade with an index instead of playing whack-a-mole trying to find out where the rotation is. Number 2, a spike in hiring. Yeah, this is the other side of the coin now we're talking. There's always another side to the coin. Inflation ramping. Wage growth spiral. Wall Street's going to say that's bad for the market too. Why? Because it takes away from our corporate earnings. But what else is a problem? Rate hikes or no more cuts. Or better sentiment. Everything's going to be all right. Let's start hiring some people. Now, those usually result in knee jerks, but they're not good, are they? You know, like the knee jerk up on a cut, that knee jerk down will take place too. So there is volatility in the future for us in any outcome. Even if we don't have the jackknife down trade right now into the depths of hell, let's say we start trading higher, you're still going to have volatility due to the opposite side of that data. Maybe you don't get a cut, so you jackknife down in November, December. That doesn't mean we don't go higher. It just means volatility. So number 2, we can deal with number 1. We don't fuck around with trying to pick a stock. We just go with the indexes. Number 2, threat is a spike in hiring. They say use U3 and U6 unemployment, 3-month and 6-month unemployment. I agree. Use your shorter term, your 1 month to 3 month and 6 month, and that's going to tell you the story on that. I'll keep you abreast of that. Wolf Richter does that too, as a proxy rather than NFP. I'm in agreement with that too. JPM being gentle with you and telling you the truth. Do not use NFP. You want to be using the smaller time frame stuff for the jackknifing, right? So we can deal with both of those. Number 3 would be extended volatility, spike in bond yields, potentially from a stronger growth outlook. That's the same story. We can deal with that. Number 4, an escalation in the trade war. Now that one is bad. And that is why you keep a hedge on. I want to wrap this show up with that with you. You've been given 2 chances to get long in spreads today. I don't know how many so much slower this shit has to go. Now here's the last one. There really, truly is risk. I was in the Army, and I was a non-commissioned soldier. I'm not going to tell you exactly who I was, but I was in the GO office, and I was in U.S. Army Command, and I had a 2-star general that I was an aide de camp to him in a way. Situational awareness as a driver, all these other things. They had to sit in a lot of rooms, and all they told me was shut the fuck up and don't repeat any of this. That's what I've done to this day. But I will tell you this. You do not call those guys back for nothing, ever. Now, those guys travel a lot. When I was in that command, I frequently never saw my general. Frequently. Never saw him. They'd send me somewhere, and he'd be there and gone. In, out, 1-2 meetings, golf match, something like that. But you rarely saw like his whole entourage go either. There was an office I was in, and it was in Santa Monica, California. I think the office has since been shut, but it was in Santa Monica, California. It was part of 4th ID, and most of that office stayed there, and only small parts of the office actually go with this guy wherever he went, and they don't go places unless it's important. And especially not all of them at the same time. Now, I know that our government, what I could probably say publicly would be that our government wants the world to know these guys are coming back for a reason. And they're also trying to play it down as being a nothing burger. And I know that it would be on brand for Trump to do this and for Hegseth to do this. I am hyper aware of the army they're trying to create and why they're creating it. It's for war. I don't think Hegseth's that guy personally, to be honest with you. I'm shocked that they're using him in particular. There are a lot of veterans from the sandbox that would be much better in those roles. And normally when you go into a wartime stance, you bring those guys out to play. And those guys are not meant for the office. They're not meant for being a REMF and all that kind of stuff. So when I saw that meeting being called, no matter what they're spinning to in public, I don't like it. And it's not because they're all in the same place and all that kind of stuff. I don't like it. You can put people in a room, in a box, and they can tell them things they can't tell them anywhere else. And they can look for leaks. It's usually very sensitive information when you're doing that with only specific people in a place, in a big gray box, and they talk to you, and they know that it's leaking from these specific people. And it's usually war planning of some kind. Even if it doesn't happen just war planning of some kind. If this, I want you to know that. So these are taken usually very seriously. Just the logistics of getting all those guys together is going to be a fucking nightmare. I don't know if I can explain this to you, but like, there we go. Yeah, there, get up there. Oh, I already know what you're doing. I already know the game. You know, they have these bumper stickers. The bumper sticker says, Jesus is my co-pilot. You know, Jesus is my co-pilot is driving around. I gotta make a bumper sticker so we can sell bumper sticker. Instead of Jesus my co-pilot, we're gonna change it to triple witching is my bitch. Should have said that. Quapex is my bitch. Slap that bumper sticker in the back of my Hyundai as I drive to Wendy's to go to work. Sorry. So terrible. Now, between you and I, when they call guys back like this, right? It's serious. No matter what they're telling you, I'm telling you it's fucking serious. When you're moving people like that in one place, the logistics of that, let's say they had other plans for Quantico, hotels, places to eat, support, all the support staff, even the ones that don't come with the GO staff, like the support staff there. Think about like meetings that are being canceled and people being told no, calling a hotel and saying, you guys are all out of here. You name it. Movements, like it just fucks with the whole thing. In the background, it's much more destructive than you think. No, I don't think that plays into World War III. I don't think there's going to be a World War III at all. Zero. Not right now. I don't think that you're going to see like an announcement like the Caribbean War has started, or we're going to start, fighting with Russia. I almost said Soviet Russia. I think that NATO, the U.S. is hyper aware that they're being dragged into a situation to argue an argument for Russia against Ukraine and Poland. It's more of it's subterfuge. Don't know what that is. You send planes into foreign adversaries' airspace, drones. So you send drones, they can't make it. Let's say they can only make it from Ukraine. Like, yeah, it's saboteurs in Ukraine. Doesn't matter. Those drones, they originated from Ukraine. So it gives. You gotta remember, like, I'm gonna give you a good example. The mayor of Chicago refused a phone call from Trump to bring National Guard troops to Chicago. And the reason that he refused that phone call was not because he didn't want to tell him no. It's because when he takes the phone call, the federal government has an argument in court. Doesn't matter if they're going to win or not. It's just the governor and the mayor of Chicago and Illinois, and the governor of Illinois, took my phone call because I perceived that as them wanting my help. They told me they didn't need it, but I perceived the phone call being accepted as wanting my help. So do you see how the argument starts? The argument is great. That's how you get build a court case. When you argue, the more that you argue, the more that you discuss, the more brings in something to negotiate about in a courtroom. And the same thing applies with the UN and Russia and the U.S. Now, could there be something that we don't know going on where it's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that? Sure. But you shouldn't take that meeting as that. Saying that, I think JPM is being, is saying to you, the real big derailer of this market is likely some form of escalation of trade war. And that involves Russia and Ukraine and the rest of the world. Most wars begin as most in history begin with trade disputes that turn into trade wars that then escalate into hot and cold wars. And Russia is involved in this just like China is, just like Canada and Mexico, the EU. And you don't, and I don't likely know all of what's going on in the background. From my experience when I was in the military, can't say your mileage is the same. Nothing that I saw in public was what was going on behind the scenes. I mean, nothing. Zero. So for whatever we're going to argue about in public about this stuff, we're likely so far off what's really going on that there's nothing you can care and say or do about it anyways. So I would say that last part to you, and I would agree with JPM there. Either be able to wake up one morning and be flushed to the depths of hell and you're not going to blow your entire life and world up, be hedged, or be low enough that you can take that hit. And I would consider that to be the only true serious thing in the market right now, even more so than a government shutdown. I think the government shutdown is a product of a knee-jerk until it gets passed, and product of politics, and a product of positioning for your Senate. All of them. They're all in it. Power, greed, and money. They really do not care. They literally do not. Believe that. So, if there was one other thing that could derail Q4, it's probably that. And I know you'll try to say, well, that's a separate thing. It's not. It really, truly is. Russia's in a wartime economy. Their oil and gas is being destroyed. Winter's coming. And, like Ukraine and the U.S. and where negotiations are right now, they mean something. And Russia's tied in with China. Better believe it. And we're in a trade war right now with China. You got to believe that there's more going on than you can see on the surface. And more than you're ever going to be told on public. Anyone out there's a veteran that's been anywhere knows. Oh. Now trading 663. Another upside move into the close here. If you can get your target of 667 or 670, take your money and run tomorrow. If you took one of the two opportunities to get long on call spreads for tomorrow, congratulations. You're very, very, very green right now. Ooh. These people seem to think that we trade normal on these days, but we don't. It's very mechanical. Very, 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 very mechanical. Just imagine we do this in the downside. We're on a downtrend and we have to come into one of these OPEXs and these quarterly OPEXs. And you're like, dude, don't get long here, man. It's going to go to the depths of hell, bro. They're calling it this day, man. Liberation Day. We're going to do Liberation Day in the reverse now, aren't we? 663.62 right now. The Caribbean War. Oh my God! Should I do a Caribbean War shirt for merch? I survived the Caribbean War. Well, I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was like, so I went and I fought in the Battle of L.A. I got my USR comm during the summer months. During the fall, I went to the Battle of Portland. And now I'm going to volunteer for because it's almost wintertime. There's a bunch of Antifa and a bunch of, what's the other ones? Oh, illegal immigrants. They're concentrated in Tahoe and in Breckenridge. So I'm going to volunteer myself for a duty assignment to National Guard. I want some AGR on ski patrol in Vail this winter. So I can come back in the spring and say I'm a veteran of Breck, the Battle of Breck. Got a bunch of National Guard soldiers fucking hanging out in like DC, LA, Portland. Right? Then they take leave and they get to join the Battle of Oahu. So then I went on AGR. I was cut 30-day orders to go out to Hawaii and go surfing and rest my ski for my ski injuries. I caught a Purple Heart out there in the Battle of Breckenridge. You guys want some of that bull music to end the quarter? I guess we won the quarter, didn't we? Bulls won the quarter, right? Just say Bulls won the quarter. Let's say Bulls won the quarter. Hold on. Bears win the quarter. Who won the quarter here? Fucking National Guard's gonna have like a sleeve. Fucking all these cool places to hang out for 30 days. What'd you do, man? I picked up trash all day long. If I was living in Portland right now, I'd have like, I show you now, if I lived in Portland, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna organize a community meeting. The National Guard's coming to town, and then everybody show up. They're all mad and shit. And then I'd be like, okay, let's. I bought like 100 shovels. I bought 1,000 trash bags. And I bought a bunch of fucking pieces of paper and some mimeograph machine, and we're gonna print out what these soldiers can clean up for us. They gotta go over to 6th Street in Breck, and they're gonna go over there, and I want to put a skate park in over here, so I'm gonna go in there and have them clean it all out for me. And then I would organize and send all these groups out to meet up with the National Guard soldiers and be like, hey, what are you guys doing? We got a cleanup project going over here in the neighborhood over here. Because you're not going to be in all the good neighborhoods. Just like, want to put a skate park in for the kiddos. You guys aren't busy, right? I got some. I brought shovels. I brought trash bags. I brought all kinds of shit for you guys to help us out. So, like, get the National Guard to help you clean up your city and shit. That's what I'd be doing. I'd make a game. Well, not a game. Like, you're getting free help from the feds, dude. I would. I'd leave the shovels everywhere they're hanging out. Just like have like a crew of guys just bring shovels over and put them up against the wall wherever they're standing around. Some rakes and shit. I'd set up like a Gatorade station. Do rippets on ice. Rippets and like a table of free Zyn. Like a big table of Zyn. They come over like they're just like sweating in their BDUs and shit. No, I'm sorry. You can't have that. You can't have the Zyn unless you help with the park restoration over here. If you put in 20 minutes, bro, you get a Zyn and you get to rip it. Have you ever been to Portland? Portland's like one of the safest cities in the U.S. It's like, you want to find the crackheads, you go to the rich neighborhoods. I guarantee if you put a National Guard checkpoint on a Friday fucking night, half those people are going to be shit-faced on wine or coked out of their minds coming back to the fucking to the hills. Start arresting all the rich people. Start talking to all the National Guards and be like, dude, I know this neighborhood. Those guys, they party in town all night long. Buying $300 bottles of booze while taking their wives out for dinner. Driving their sports cars. You guys just set up my whole entire skate park, man. Do you guys want to set it up? Yeah, dude. Although they got illegals mowing their lawns, dude. They got the illegal fixing the pool. They're telling you, dude. You get all the illegals going up in there. You catch all the drugs. Oh, good drugs. Yeah, good. It's definitely going to test positive. Definitely going to test positive. It's the good shit. Start turning all the rich people in Portland. I'd have a field day with it. This is Bob. Yeah. Bob. He owns this guy. Bob. He pays all his employees like dog shit. Plays them just bare minimum wage. He's got a bunch of illegals working there. He lives right over there in that nice neighborhood up there. Dude, my friends are waiters at this restaurant. This guy's wife is coked out of her mind all night long. I got a picture of him. I got a picture of her all fucked up, and I got all the workers here. See how long that shit lasts. Start giving intel to the National Guard. Oh, God. I shouldn't be talking like that. I love Portland. There's no crime in Portland. A Wookiee's going to come and ask you for a cigarette or something. An unshaven beast is going to come out. They'll probably share half a can of beer with you when they're asking you for a I'm not going to say that word, but going to Portland. Coming to the close now. I'll catch all of you tomorrow at 9:30. For the rest of you, if you're in the community, just give me like 15 minutes. I'll ping you in the Discord, like 4:15, 4:30 or something. And go get yourself a tasty beverage. Get outside and touch some grass. Do some jumping jacks. Like quick jumping jacks. 20, get the blood flowing. You guys need no more than a half an hour, right? For the other things you guys do, you dirty men out there. Half an hour is plenty, right? Get what is that thing called? Get X Hamster or something. Get all that spun up right now. Get prepared for once 4 p.m. hits. Do some jumping jacks. Grab yourself a cup of tea or something, and I'll meet back with you like 4:30. Yeah, totally, right? That's what I would totally do. It would be great. It would be fucking comical. You can make a documentary about it. You literally film a documentary. Okay, we organized the neighborhood. We identified areas that need cleanup. I'd get your councilman out there. Like, let's meet the LT of this bunch over here, and let's get together with these guys so we can get them some intel. We've got. All the bosses you've ever hated out there. You're like, this guy over here, he's a horrible boss. Doesn't treat his workers well. Loves to party all over town. Would it be funny? Yeah. No matter how it turned out. Dude, that's that's actually a great fucking pitch right there. It really is. You could put a ragtag group of fucking people together for that. I bet a whole bunch, like, get everybody that's pissed off at their bosses, and you put out like wanted ads. We're looking for the top 20 worst employers in Portland. So you can gather intelligence as to where they eat, drink, and do drugs. The rich people do all the drugs. They do great drugs. They got all of them. They literally have all of them. They have all the drugs. Nobody goes into their communities. There are no checkpoints. You do a checkpoint there, they'll freak the fuck out. Those fucking National Guard will be out of that town in like 2 minutes. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Messing with the wrong people. Sorry, maybe I just find this comical, but I find some Mel Brooks level shit right there. Yeah, fuck yeah, best drugs, dude. Best drugs. No checkpoints. You can go outside and fuck with your neighbor. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. Let off fireworks. Land a fucking helicopter in your backyard. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, like the idea, you got to be looking for trouble in Portland to find it. You really do. You got it's the wrong place to be. Like, there are places you can go without looking for trouble. You go to East LA late night, put the lights off in East LA, but they ain't hanging out there either, are they? Trading higher now, trading 663.62. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. I want to say something to you out there, okay? Before I go. This is real. I really did think I was going to die last week. And I appreciate your patience the past week. I didn't want to come on the show at all last week. I was afraid to show you the state that I was in. And I only did it because I wanted you to see that it's real. And it is real. I was very ill last week. I was scared shitless. I asked my wife to check on me in the morning. Said, I don't know if I'll be alive in the morning. That's real. And she kept checking on me through the night. But I was really fucked up. And I want to thank you for your patience while I was sick. I'm still sick right now, but no way, shape, or form like I was last week. I was a fucking mess. And I appreciate you bearing with me through that time, being on stream with you publicly. Because normally I would never do that. And I haven't in the past, and I've been sick because I don't want you to see the state that I'm in. It's a very, self-effacing. People don't want to see you when you look like that, you know? It's always better not to show yourself like that. So I'm sure it was negative to see me like that, but I wanted to show you that that was really what I was going through. And I still am right now. I'm still very sick. So I'll see you guys in a bit at 4:30, and I'll see the rest of you tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. Thanks for being patient with me the past week. See you guys soon. And I hope you guys print nice and hard tomorrow and call spreads. And if you're a call, 0-day call buyer, try for tomorrow after the initial negative flows come in. We'll try for some 0 dates. They usually print hard and heavy.